Kyle Richards is absolutely furious, and for good reason. The Potomac Housewives just crossed a massive line that has the Beverly Hills star seeing red. When Mauricio Umansky appeared on Real Housewives of Potomac, certain cast members got way too comfortable, and Kyle is not staying silent about it. Giselle Bryant dropped a bombshell during a Potomac after-show episode that has everyone talking. She openly admitted that if Mauricio wasn't connected to Kyle Richards, she would have already had him. Not just thought about it, actually done it. Giselle said she would have pounced on him, calling him attractive and fun without any hesitation. Now, Giselle tried to backtrack by claiming she's a girl's girl and that even though she and Kyle aren't close friends, she still considers other housewives' ex-husbands off limits. But here's the problem with that statement. If you're publicly declaring on camera that you'd sleep with someone in a hypothetical scenario, how off limits do they really seem to you? The math isn't mathing, Giselle. Tia Glover jumped into the conversation too, agreeing that Mauricio was very handsome. She even joked that any single person in their group would want him. So essentially, the Potomac ladies sat around having a full discussion about who wanted Kyle's estranged husband while he was in their presence. The audacity is truly something else. Then we have Ashley Darby, who became the center of an even bigger controversy. Ashley denied being interested in Mauricio, but her castmates weren't buying what she was selling. Giselle and others questioned whether Ashley was being honest about her feelings, and there was speculation flying around about whether her disinterest was genuine or strategic. Some castmates wondered if Ashley was holding back because other people in the group, like Stacey Rudd, wanted him. Ashley got upset with Giselle for making her look bad by implying she had interest in Mauricio in front of others in their shared social and professional circle. Because let's be real, the Bravo universe is incredibly small, and word travels at lightning speed. The shade and teasing among the cast members about who actually wanted to pursue Mauricio romantically became a whole storyline. And all of this is happening while Kyle is watching from afar, seeing these women discuss her husband of 27 years like he's fresh meat at a singles event. When Kyle was asked about the shade toward Ashley and her alleged flirting, she did not hold back even a little bit. She made it crystal clear that she finds the entire situation weird and embarrassing. Kyle stated emphatically that she would never be able to date anybody that any housewife had dated or been married to. She called it weird, full stop. Kyle went further, saying that watching Ashley potentially flirt with Mauricio on camera was embarrassing for Ashley herself. She pointed out that Mauricio just bumped into them, making the whole interaction even more cringeworthy. This wasn't a planned meeting or a setup. These women just happened to run into him and apparently couldn't control themselves. Here's where it gets interesting, though. Kyle revealed that Giselle actually texted her immediately after the encounter because Giselle felt uncomfortable. She gave Kyle a heads up about running into Mauricio. And Kyle's initial response was casual, saying, "Everyone can do what they want and she doesn't care." But then Kyle followed that statement by calling the behavior embarrassing, which shows she definitely does care, even if she's trying to maintain a cool exterior. Kyle admitted she didn't see all the scenes, only catching something on Watch What Happens Live. But her stance remained firm. If there was flirting happening, it was inappropriate and embarrassing for everyone involved. Let's examine why this situation is so fundamentally wrong. Mauricio isn't just some random attractive man who happens to be newly single. He was married to Kyle for over 27 years. They built an entire life together, raised 4 daughters, and created a billion-dollar real estate empire. They have deep history, shared memories, and intertwined families. Yes, they're currently separated. Yes, Kyle has dated Morgan Wade and Mauricio has dated multiple other women. But that doesn't erase the decades they spent together or make him fair game for other housewives to pursue. There's a level of basic human respect and decency that should be maintained, regardless of the current status of their relationship. The housewives constantly talk about their relationships with each other like a sisterhood. They claim to support one another through divorces, scandals, and personal struggles. But how can you claim sisterhood while openly salivating over another housewife's husband? Even if Kyle and the Potomac ladies aren't personal friends, they're all part of the same franchise, the same extended Bravo family. Some boundaries should be universal. Kyle illustrated this perfectly when she discussed a hypothetical scenario. If she and her current partner got divorced and someone in their friend group started dating him, she'd be furious. Her exact words captured the weirdness perfectly. Why would you want to lay in bed with the same person she laid in bed with for decades? It immediately raises questions about whether there were always hidden feelings, whether something was brewing behind the scenes that nobody knew about. Let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. Mauricio Umansky is objectively a catch. He's built a billion-dollar company. He's attractive, charismatic, and can dance. He's a devoted family man who was committed to his marriage for nearly 3 decades. He's not damaged goods or emotionally unavailable. On paper, he checks every box for what many women would consider an ideal partner. But being a great guy doesn't make him available to pursue, especially not by women who are connected to his ex-wife through the franchise. The optics alone should be enough to make anyone pause. Imagine if Ashley actually did pursue something with Mauricio, and they ended up together. Would she really show up to BravoCon holding his hand? Would she be able to look Kyle in the eye at Bravo events knowing she's now with Kyle's ex-husband? The entire scenario is uncomfortable and shows a fundamental lack of awareness about appropriate boundaries. This drama extends beyond just the Mauricio situation. Erika Jayne has been vocal that Kyle should stay out of the ongoing drama between Dorit Kemsley and her estranged husband, PK. During the Beverly Hills after show, cast members discussed how nothing Kyle says seems to help the situation between Dorit and PK. Rena Zoe pointed out that Kyle's interactions actually triggered Dorit because of Kyle's closeness to both Mauricio and PK, creating incredibly difficult emotional dynamics. Kyle agreed with Erika that there's no winning when trying to mediate or comment on the couple's problems. Kyle suggested that Dorit might be upset because she hears from Mauricio about how his relationship with PK affects things emotionally. Dorit recalled standing by Kyle during the early days of her split from Mauricio, describing that period as bitter and emphasizing her loyalty during that difficult time. She clarified that she appreciated Kyle's friendship and support when she and PK were together, and she's not asking Kyle to bash PK, just to not escalate the drama further.